Hi, I'm Anna. Today is my first day working as a waitress. I feel very excited, but also I'm scared. Why? Because this is not just any hotel. It's one of the best hotels in the United States. Important people stay here, famous people. What if I make a mistake? I put on my uniform. The white shirt is very clean, but it feels tight. The black pants are a little too long. I look at myself in the mirror. Okay, Anna, you can do this, I whisper. I take a deep breath and walk into the restaurant. When I open the door, everything looks big and shiny. The tables have white tablecloths, glasses and silver forks. Everything looks perfect. I hear soft music playing. The guests are eating and talking. Everyone looks so calm. But me? My heart is beating fast. Suddenly a man walks up to me. He's wearing a black suit. He looks very serious. You must be Anna, he says. I'm Mr. Collins, your manager. Are you ready? Ready? I'm not sure, but I nod and say, yes, sir. Mr. Collins hands me a notepad and a pen. You will write the orders here, he says. Then he points to the tables. Start with table 5. They just arrived. I look at table 5. There are 2 people sitting there. One is a man with a red tie. The other is a woman with a big hat. They are looking at the menu. Okay, I say. My hands are shaking a little. As I walk to the table, I think, what if I forget what they order? What if they ask me something I don't understand? I take a deep breath and smile. Hello, my name is Anna. I will be your waitress today, I say. The man looks up and smiles. Hello, Anna, he says. Can I get a coffee, please? No sugar. Of course, I say, writing it down. Then I look at the woman. She is still looking at the menu. Finally, she says, I'll have orange juice. No ice, please. I write it down. Thank you. I'll bring your drinks right away, I say. But as I walk away, I hear someone call me. Excuse me. It's the man from table 5. My heart skips a beat. Did I forget something? Did I write the wrong order? I turn around and smile nervously. Yes, sir? He points to the table next to his. I think they need help. No one has talked to them yet. I look at the other table. There are 4 people sitting there. They look a little impatient. I take a deep breath and nod. Okay, I'll go to them next, I say. As I walk to the kitchen to get the drinks, I think, this is harder than I thought. Can I really do this? I go to the kitchen to get the drinks for table 5. The kitchen is busy. People are moving fast. Cooks are shouting, order up. Plates and glasses are everywhere. I feel lost. Where do I get the coffee? Where's the orange juice? I see another waitress. She looks friendly. Excuse me, I say. Where do I get coffee? She points to a big machine. Over there, and orange juice is in the fridge, she says. Thank you. I grab a cup of coffee and pour it carefully. Then I take the orange juice from the fridge. I remember the woman said, no ice. So I don't put any ice in her glass. I place both drinks on my tray. Okay, Anna, don't drop them, I tell myself. I walk slowly back to table 5. The man smiles when I give him the coffee. Thank you, he says. I give the orange juice to the woman. She takes a sip and says, perfect. I feel so happy. I think maybe I can do this after all. But then I hear a voice behind me. Excuse me, miss. I turn around. It's the table next to them, table 6. There are 4 people sitting there. One of them says, we've been waiting for 10 minutes. Can we order now? Oh no, I think. I forgot about them. I smile and say, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course. What would you like to drink? They start telling me their orders. One wants water. Another wants iced tea. The third wants lemonade. But the last person says, I'll have sparkling water. Sparkling water? I don't know what that is. Is it water with bubbles? Or is it something else? I write it down, but I feel nervous. Thank you. I'll bring your drink soon, I say. Then I rush back to the kitchen. In the kitchen, I ask the friendly waitress, what is sparkling water? She laughs. It's water with bubbles. It's in the fridge. Oh, okay, I say. I grab the drinks and put them on my tray. I walk carefully to table 6 and give them their drinks. They all look happy now. But just as I turn to leave, the man from table 5 waves at me. Miss, can we get the bill, please? The bill? No one told me how to do the bill. I don't even know where it is. My hands start to sweat. Of course. One moment, please, I say. I walk quickly to the kitchen. I see Mr. Collins and ask, where do I find the bill for table 5? He looks at me and smiles. Anna, it's on the computer near the front desk. You'll be fine. Go print it. I rush to the front desk and look at the computer, but there are so many buttons. I feel like I'm going to cry. Which button do I press? I stand in front of the computer at the front desk. There are so many buttons on the screen. Where do I start? I whisper. My hands are shaking. Guests are waiting, and I feel so much pressure. Suddenly, a voice behind me says, do you need help? I turn around and see the friendly waitress from earlier. Yes, please, I say. How do I print the bill for table 5? She smiles and presses a few buttons on the screen. It's easy. Just press here, then here, and the bill prints. She says, thank you so much. I grab the bill and rush back to table 5. I hand it to the man. He looks at it and says, this looks correct. Thank you, Anna. I breathe a sigh of relief. You're welcome. Have a great day, I say. But just as I'm walking away, I hear a loud crash behind me. I turn around and see that someone has dropped a tray full of plates. Broken plates are all over the floor. Oh no, I think. The whole restaurant is quiet now. Everyone is looking. I see a waiter trying to pick up the pieces, but he looks upset. Without thinking, I walk over to help. Are you okay? I ask him. He looks surprised. Yes, I'm fine, thank you, he says. I kneel down and start picking up pieces of the plates. But as I do, I hear Mr. Collins's voice. Anna, what are you doing? You're supposed to serve the guests, not clean the floor, he says. I feel my face turn red. I'm sorry, Mr. Collins, I just wanted to help, I say. He sighs. I understand, but the guests are more important. Table 12 is waiting for their drinks. Go now, he says. I get up quickly. Yes, sir, I say. I grab my notepad and look at table 12. There are 6 people sitting there, all talking loudly. They look impatient. I walk over and say, Hello, my name is Anna. I will take your order now. One man looks at me and says, We've been waiting for 15 minutes. Can we please get some water to start? Of course, I say. I write it down. Then another person says, I want a Coke, no ice. Another guest says, Do you have lemonade? Yes, we do, I say. I feel like I'm doing okay, but then someone asks, Do you have sparkling lemonade? Sparkling lemonade? I freeze. What is that? I don't know what to say. I will check for you, I say and quickly walk back to the kitchen. I find the bartender. Do we have sparkling lemonade? I ask. He shakes his head. No, but I can make one. It's just lemonade with soda water, he says. Oh, great. Please make one, I say. As I wait, I think, this job is harder than I thought. What's next? I carry the tray with drinks for table 12. My hands feel heavy, and my heart is beating fast. Don't drop it, Anna, I tell myself. As I walk to the table, I notice the guests are still talking loudly. One of them keeps checking his watch. I finally reach the table and place the drinks in front of each person. The man with the Coke looks at his drink and frowns. I said no ice, he says. I look at the glass. It has ice in it. Oh no, I think. I feel my face get hot. I'm very sorry. I will fix it right now, I say. I grab the glass and hurry back to the kitchen. On my way, I bump into another waiter. The Coke spills a little on my tray. Sorry, I say, but he just shakes his head and keeps walking. In the kitchen, I pour a new Coke with no ice. I wipe the tray quickly and rush back to the table. Here you go, sir, I say with a nervous smile. He looks at the drink and nods. Thank you, he says. I feel a little better, but then the woman who ordered the sparkling lemonade takes a sip. She looks confused. This tastes strange, she says. My stomach drops. What's wrong? I ask. She frowns. It doesn't taste like sparkling lemonade. It's too sweet, she says. I don't know what to say. I made the drink exactly how the bartender told me. I'm very sorry. Would you like me to bring something else? I ask. She thinks for a moment and says, Yes, just water, please. Of course, I say. I take her glass and head back to the kitchen again. I feel so frustrated. I can't do anything right today, I think. When I return with the water, I apologize again. The woman smiles a little and says, It's okay, it's your first day, right? Yes, it is, I say. The table laughs softly. Don't worry, you're doing fine. another guest says. I smile, but then I see Mr. Collins walking toward me. He looks serious. Anna, can I speak with you for a moment? He says. My heart sinks. Am I in trouble? I wonder. I follow him to the side of the restaurant. Anna, you've made some mistakes today, he says. I know. I'm so sorry, I say quickly. He looks at me for a moment and then says, but I see that you are trying very hard. You are polite to the guests and you don't give up. That's good. I blink in surprise. Really? Yes, but remember, speed and accuracy are important too. Keep working on that, he says. I nod. I will. Thank you, Mr. Collins, I say. As I return to the tables, I think, this is not over. I still have a lot to learn, but I can do this. I return to the floor feeling a little more confident. I can do this, I tell myself. Table 12 seems happy now, and other tables are calm. But then Mr. Collins calls me over. Anna, we have a new situation, he says. A new situation? I ask, feeling nervous again. Yes. Table 3 is waiting for their order, but their waiter got sick. Can you take over? He says. I hesitate. Table 3 is in the corner, and I can see that there are 8 people sitting there. 8. That's the biggest table I've seen today. Okay, I'll do it, I say, trying to sound confident. As I walk to table 3, I grab my notepad and pen. When I reach the table, one of the men says, Finally, we've been waiting forever. I'm very sorry, I say quickly. I'm Anna and I'll take your orders now. They start speaking all at once. One wants a steak, another wants pasta. Someone else wants chicken but with no sauce. Another person wants soup, but only if it's hot. I write as fast as I can, but they talk so quickly that I can barely keep up. Excuse me, I say, trying to stay calm. Can you repeat that? One at a time, please. They look annoyed, but they start over. This time I make sure to write everything down correctly. After a few minutes, I say, Thank you. I will bring your food soon. I rush to the kitchen and give the order to the chef. As I hand over the paper, I hear him say, Wait, this is missing something. What's the side dish for the steak? I freeze. I forgot to ask about the side dish. I run back to table 3, feeling embarrassed. Excuse me, I say to the man who ordered the steak. What side dish would you like? We have mashed potatoes, fries, or vegetables. He frowns. Mashed potatoes, he says quickly. Thank you, I say and hurry back to the kitchen. But as I give the chef the updated order, another waiter runs into the kitchen. He looks panicked. The guests at table 7 are asking for their desserts, but they never ordered any. He says, I realize I made a mistake earlier. I forgot to ask if they wanted dessert. I'll take care of it, I say. I grab my notepad and rush to table 7. Hi, I'm very sorry. Would you like to see the dessert menu now? I ask. The guests laugh. Yes, we've been waiting for that, one of them says. I bring the menu and take their orders. As I walk back to the kitchen, I think, today is full of surprises. Every time I think I'm done, something new happens. When I deliver the desserts to table 7, one of the guests smiles and says, "You're doing great for your first day." I smile back. "Thank you. I'm trying my best," I say. But just as I think the shift is almost over, Mr. Collins walks up to me again. "Anna," he says, "we have an important guest arriving in 5 minutes. Can you handle it?" I freeze. "An important guest? Who is it?" I ask. "You'll see," he says with a small smile. I stand near the entrance of the restaurant, waiting for the important guest. My hands are sweating, and my heart is racing. Who could it be, I wonder? Mr. Collins didn't tell me much, but his face looked serious. Suddenly, the doors open. A tall man walks in. He's wearing a dark suit and his shoes are shiny. Behind him, there are 2 more people, probably his assistants. Everyone in the restaurant turns to look at him. He looks important, like a celebrity. Mr. Collins walks up to him and shakes his hand. Then he turns to me. "Anna, this is Mr. Harris. He's a hotel owner. He's here to evaluate our service," he says. "The owner of the hotel?" My legs feel weak. "Nice to meet you, sir," I say quickly, trying to smile. Mr. Harris nods and says, "Nice to meet you too. I hope the service here is as good as everyone says." "Anna, please take Mr. Harris to table 1 and serve him personally," Mr. Collins says. "Personally?" I whisper to myself, but I don't have time to think. I nod and say, "Right this way, Mr. Harris." As I lead him to the table, I feel like everyone is watching me. My hands are still shaking, but I try to walk confidently. At the table, Mr. Harris sits down and looks at the menu. "I'll have the steak," he says, "medium rare, and water with no ice." "Of course," I say. I write it down and quickly head to the kitchen. When I give the order to the chef, he says, "This steak has to be perfect." "No mistakes, Anna." "No mistakes," I repeat. I stand by the counter watching as the chef cooks the steak. Every second feels like an hour. Finally, the steak is ready. I place it carefully on a tray and grab the glass of water. I walk slowly to table 1. My heart feels like it might jump out of my chest. When I reach the table, I place the plate and glass in front of Mr. Harris. "Here you go, sir. Enjoy your meal," I say. He cuts a piece of the steak and eats it. For a moment, he doesn't say anything. I stand there, holding my breath. Finally, he looks up and smiles. "This is excellent," he says. "Thank you, sir," I say, feeling like I can breathe again. As the night ends, Mr. Collins gathers all the staff. "Mr. Harris was very impressed," he says. Then he looks at me. "Anna, you did very well today. I know it was a hard first day, but you handled it." I smile. "Thank you, Mr. Collins," I say. As I walk out of the hotel, I think about everything that happened. It was a crazy day, full of mistakes and surprises, but I made it. Tomorrow will be better, I tell myself, and for the first time all day, I feel proud.